Hello, welcome to the Feyforge Academy Into the Mysts. I am your GM and host, Steven. We are about to jump back into our Dragon Rider story. So I'll give you some background on that. But first, let's say hi to our dancing happy friends, and we're going to start with Eris.
Oh, hi, I'm Eris Savad. Pronouns are she, her. I make stuff. Today I play Puck, who is making a little distraction. They have they, them pronouns, and this monk is so ready to defend their new god that
Yes,
they just made a friend and a god, and damn it, they're willing to die to defend this god. Jesus.
beautiful. Norden Ali.
Hello. My name is Nordine Ali. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm losing my voice. Wow, that's a bad time for that to happen. You can find me online at Werewolf Fields, where I just talk about what I'm doing next. There's actual play stuff on there. There's writing for things. There's sensitivity consulting for things. I do a long list of things, and even I can't keep track of them. This is why you should go to the Twitter, because then I just retweet what I'm doing. It's so much easier. Um, I play Donic Ridhan, our bird dragon dad. Pronouns he, they. So he, him, or they, them are both acceptable. And I'm a ranger. Did I cover everything? We're good.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Hey.
Gnome.
What's up, everybody? My name is Gnome, pronouns he, him. I play Taza, a bugbear barbarian who now has 40 feet of speed, 50 hit points, and that sweet, sweet reach of 10 with 2
Yeah.
attacks.
Beautiful.
I'm so excited. Let's do this.
The fastest old fellow one ever did meet.
He's so fast!
Oh my god.
And Connie.
Hi everyone, I'm Connie, pronouns they, he, and she. I play Jiang Yueshe, who also has pronouns they, he, and she. They are a Yuan-Ti sorcerer barderer, as I like to call them. I've been grappling with their character mancer for the past half hour, and we've given up. That's the move for today. We've given up and we're adding spells manually to their character sheet now instead of using the character master full 20. Hi, I'm excited to kick some evil god killer butt. When I'm not here on Faithforge, you can find me on Transplanar RPG, which is another D&D stream channel run by trans people, led by people of color. So check us out if that's interesting to you. Transplanar RPG. With that, I'm going to pass the baton back to Steven.
Thank you. And by the way, there's a lot of amazing things going on over at Transplanar, so you really should go
Aw.
creep on over there and check them out. Yeah. So you can see we've got some art friends. So you can get a little mental picture. Shout out to Sam Ray. I believe it's at Sam Ray Dukes on Twitter, but I'll look that up and share that at some point. But we're about to jump into Liali, which is the dream plane, a place where the Feywilds stores its memories, where memories can sometimes be changed and new memories can even be made. But everything is remembered there. Where we left off, our 4 characters had been sent there by this being that they met deep underneath in the caves of the Feywilds, where they were helping the Briganox. When they awoke, they found a form of the same being who said their name was Liali, this god of second chances. But they were lost. They were lost in this dream plane, looking for a door. Excuse me. The party kind of helped navigate a little bit and convinced this god to rest, perhaps to find a little bit of peace in order to kind of find their way back to this door, to reconnect with their self in the Feywilds. And as they rested, this another being, a appeared, I guess you would say. This creature of shadow and darkness, looking similar to the dreamer who our party met very early on in their adventures into the mists. But now, everybody's getting guidance. But this being is a little bit different. Their eyes are jet black. There's a shadowy nature to them, and they call themselves the Nightmare. Donick and Khan chose action over conversation and charged immediately, discovering that there is some sort of magic resistance to at least fire that this being contains. And where we left off, it was Puck's turn. So, Puck, you and Trix, what are you doing?
All right. So, this being appeared, Donick did say that fire damage didn't seem to be doing anything. Trix is actually going to go first. Let me see. Where are you? There you are. Oh, come on. Lower. There we go. How far can you go? I don't see a movement speed on Trix's character sheet. Oh, there it is. All right. Sorry. I'm so nervous. I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do, and I think I know what I'm going to do. Okay. So Trix is going to go... Where's... Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so nervous.
You're good.
Oh, I forgot. I have different music, so we're gonna just fade that out.
I feel like
I
this is gonna be
can't move
scary
them.
music.
I can't move Trix, but Trix is going to first, as a bonus action, turn invisible.
Okay.
Because they know that they're not they're easy to hit, and they're not going to withstand anything. So they're going to turn invisible and try to fly as close. Their speed is 60 feet, so they're going to try to fly as close to the hooded figure as possible.
Okay. They can get right next to him.
Cool. And then Trix is going to breathe on them.
Okay.
So make a where is it? Gosh, I'm so nervous. I'm sorry. Euphoria breath. Make a DC 11 Wisdom save.
Okay. A 12. And as this breath appears on them, just this.
If they have any movement left, they will attempt to hide behind Donick.
Okay. Yeah.
Because things have been able to see them before, and they're not sure if this thing can at this point.
Wise.
Puck will kind of telepathically say, "It's okay. It's okay. You just hide. You're fine." And then out loud, we'll say to the figure,
"Yeah, well, if you wanna kill Liali, you have to go through all of us."
And as my action, I'm going to shoot 2 radiant sunbolts
Okay.
at them. Okay, come on. 19 to hit for the first one.
That will hit.
Yes. So they take 5 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then another one for 15 to hit.
A 15 does not hit.
Ooh, can I use one of my guidances? I've racked up 5 at this point.
Yeah, sure. Maybe we should make that channel reward a little more expensive.
Well, no, I just haven't been using them, and I've been getting
fair.
1 to 2 every game. So I've just people keep giving them to me, but I haven't used them because
It's nice
all-
having generous viewers.
Thank you. All right, so that makes it a 16, which I assume possibly doesn't hit.
Mm-hmm. That still does not hit.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn?
Does it look like the radiant damage is doing as much as I expect it to?
Yes. Yeah, it seems to be. It seemed
He's-
to. So as it impacted them, you see them kind of, their shoulder pulls back a little bit. They grunt a little bit as though it did hurt.
Okay. So flittering around like a butterfly over the body of this sleeping god, absolutely just like hovering to try to protect and distract from any attacks that might come to him.
Okay.
I say,
Ooh, it looks like you're not opposed to radiant damage, though.
and
What is
I will
radiant
say
damage?
It's damage plus radiance. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. I will, for my bonus action, I will use a key point and do another 2 attacks of Radiant Sunbolt. So coming from this tiny little fairy that's only actually about this big, you just see these tiny, tiny points of light that just kind of get bigger as they get closer to the target.
I love it.
Yeah, she's got they've got one half of a pair of gnomish scissors in each hand, and the points of light are actually coming from the tips of the scissors. Like 13 probably doesn't hit. I'm
Does
gonna
not.
use no, I'm not gonna use a guidance on that. And then one more, 9 also doesn't hit. Alrighty.
Don't
So
forget,
those
I
those
think
two-
you have Bardic Inspiration, so you can roll
do
those
have-
to add to your attack
actually,
roll if you want.
Yeah, you do have a.
Ooh.
It's a
Okay,
D6.
so I'll add a d6 to that first 13 because I don't think the knight's gonna help. So 17 to hit.
A 17 does hit.
Okay,
Nice.
we found the AC.
You get something
Alright.
extra with an attack roll for Bardic Inspiration because of my subclass. So if you use it to attack immediately after the moat shatters thunderously, and the target and each creature of my choice that I can see within 5 feet of it, so just the target, no one else, has to succeed on a con save against, let's see,
Is it your spell casts?
16.
So I'll say the points of light, the first 2 were this bright fiery golden, and that third one that came out was it had like a blue tinge to it when it shattered.
Yeah, that's mine. That's my little point of light. It's gonna take 4 points of thunder damage,
Okay.
an additional.
Okay.
And that will be my turn. I'm gonna stay hovering over.
How much? Sorry. Oh, and 5 radiant as well.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
That's it. I'm gonna stay hovering, keeping an eye out for any other dangers.
Okay. So as it is this creature's turn, it says, "Oh, so I might need a little bit of help." It's
Knew
okay.
it.
My nightmares will come, and you watch as this river that contains these dreams and memories swirling around. They start to form these, just kind of like the outlines of humans. The shifting is like it shifts from these. Each one of you sees something different, but it's all these different terrifying creatures and shapes. And from the rivers. Whoops. I know how to do this. I know how to. 3 of these creatures, these like nightmares, show up, and they continue to warp. Their bodies shift and change. And there we go. And they all start moving towards the group of you. One of them starts moving towards you, Puck. And in their hand, or what you think is a hand, it seems to shift into some sort of crossbow sort of object. At least it reminisces that, and fires out at you for a 22.
Yeah, that hits. Oh gosh, Steven, you're gonna kill me.
And that does 3 piercing and 2 psychic.
Can you deflect it as a monk?
Yeah, so I'm going to use my reaction to roll a d10 plus 8.
I think you're gonna deflect it.
Yeah.
We don't know that. Look, I've never gotten to do this before. I want to roll.
Yeah, do it.
So I'm seeing the arrow come. Puck kind of drops one of the scissors and reaches out and grabs the arrow mid flight, like just before it hits her. And then they turn around and fling it at the one opposite from them.
Okay. So not the one that fired it at you.
Not the one that fired it at me.
Okay.
They're gonna fling it at a different one.
Okay. Perfect.
Stop hitting your friends.
And remind me, do you roll an attack with that? Is that how that works?
Yeah. If you reduce damage to 0, you can make one. I spend a key point now to make the ranged attack with the weapon or piece of ammunition you just caught. Make it with proficiency, and it counts as a monk weapon. So I'm going to use my dart attack since I've already just got that on my Roll20 sheet.
Okay.
So a dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit it.
And then the arrow would have done a d6, possibly.
Let's see, that did...
Crossbow bolt.
Show me... Yes, I think it's it might be D8, though. Where are you?
It's a D8.
It is a D8, yeah.
Okay.
It does the damage of the arrow, right?
Yes.
It will also do a D6 of psychic damage.
Ooh.
Oh my god. When you roll damage, you roll...
Here's the d8. So that's 4 plus 3 is 7. And then 2 psychic damage.
Okay.
Steven, when you originally rolled that crossbow bolt damage, you rolled a 1 on that D8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So that's its turn. There's one from behind that starts moving towards you. And it's going to fire a shot over at Jue
Okay.
for a 6, which will
That
miss.
does not hit.
And the one that missed is also going to start floating in, or that Puck just threw a shot at, and it's going to also shoot at Puck. It's not a fan of the fact that you just threw that at it. Wait, whoops, that's the wrong button. There we go. For a 19. Which this
That
does...
will hit. And I've already used my reaction, so I can't grab it.
Okay. And so that is 5 piercing and 4 psychic. As it slammed, and as the bolt slams into you, it pierces and that hurts, but it leaks into your mind, and you have this flash of, if you want to describe something, you're welcome to, but a flash of like a nightmare that has happened for Puck in the past.
Ooh, good one. Puck dressed Yue, and they went on stage, and they looked awful. Just hideous. And Puck was so embarrassed.
Okay, so that's what happens, and then the nightmare reaches out towards both simultaneously towards Khan and Donic.
Not my baby.
So the first one will be at Khan, and the second one will be at Donic. So in that 20 on Khan for 19 psychic. It doesn't take the second because you're not unconscious, so that's good. And then wait, did that? No, that is the second 46. So it's 19 plus 12. So what is that? 31. 31 psychic damage on Khan.
My baby has 8 hit points left.
And then 19 on
I mean,
Donic.
you rolled a natural. You rolled 10 to attack me, right?
Oh yeah, I rolled a 10 to attack you. Sorry.
That's not happening. I'm sorry.
And their turn is over, and Jue, it is your turn.
Did
I saw
the
the 27
third
twice.
did the third nightmare move, or did it stay off to the right?
It did move forward a little bit.
Perfect. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do. Well, the summoner seems to be the source of problems. Is my little Sing is gonna charge forward, fly forward. I don't know how to move my tokens. Am I allowed to do that, or
Yeah,
do
you
I
can
have
just
to tell
you can click it and move them. You should be able to.
It's odd. Is there a specific
we
thing I need
can't.
to use? To
It might
click
still
Yeah.
be on a different layer for us, or GM on
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I couldn't move tricks either.
If you drag them over to the same spots from your journal onto Roll20, you should, and then I can just delete where they are.
Sure. Okay.
'Cause
Yeah.
you should have control of
Boop.
that.
Hello. That's yeah.
Okay. Boop.
Okay, I'm gonna boop that one there. And let me open up Sing as well and boop him down.
Boop this
Boop.
new.
Hello. Okay, perfect. That's actually very smart. Okay, so Sing, let's see, is going to fly forward. 15-foot cube. Okay. Now ranges actually matter, huh? So
Mhm.
5, 10, 15. So fly over here, 5, 10, 15. 15-foot cube. Yep. So is going to facing the horned beast, this thing that wants to kill our god friend. Exhale gravitic breath as this like massive just cube of like localized gravity originating from Sing. Okay, so in that case, that probably means I have to be closer. But
Yep.
5, 10, 15. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Actually, Sing's gonna fly. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 35. Okay, so
my
15-foot
goodness.
cube originating. Am I in the
Okay.
middle of the cube? Like, am I the center of the cube, or does it come out of me? On
I
the
would say
edge?
it would come out of you. Read it to me.
It says exhales a 15-foot cube of powerful localized
it's in
gravity
front-
originating from the dragon.
It's in
front
it's
of?
in front of you, coming from you.
Okay, then so
Oh,
the
yeah.
edge of it just clips the bad guy and doesn't hurt my friends. Is
Correct.
what I'm trying to do. Okay,
Yep.
perfect. So it has to make a DC 13 dex save.
DC 13 dex save.
Perfect.
That's 4.
That is awesome. Okay, so it is now restrained, which is perfect. Which means that all attack rolls against it have advantage. And a restrained creature repeats the saving throw at the end of its turn. The field persists until Sing's breath recharges, and it can't use its breath consecutively. That's fine. That's going to be its action. And as Sing does this, let's see. Should I bane these suckers, or should I do something else? Let's bane them.
Bane
I'll play my
them.
support class. I'll play support. 5,
Bane these
10.
bitches.
Let's see. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, Jesus. I think here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Shh. You know what? That's fine. I'll get these 3 suckers. So it's within 30 feet of me, which will get this guy, and this guy on a diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
Sorry.
And I'm gonna cast a Bane.
Which 3? This one.
This guy. Yep.
This
This
one,
guy and this guy.
Then that one.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
What that means is that is going to be a charisma save against 16 for all 3 of them, and all 3 of this guy is gonna have disadvantage on that save because my dragon is engaged with them because of spell symbiote.
Okay. So the big bat is the one that has
The
disadvantage.
the big boss is gonna have
Okay,
disadvantage on
so-
that save. Charisma.
We're gonna rock these -1. Oh wow! So first guy, this one saves. Going
Okay.
over to this corner.
What the heck?
also
What?
saves within that 20.
Okay, that's fine.
And then at disadvantage, but that's gonna actually get canceled out. And
Ha,
it'll
I had a
be
feeling.
Great. But 11, and they failed too. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So Bane is the the D4.
Yes. So it's concentration. So whenever it fails a saving throw and it makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, it has to roll a d4, subtract the number from the attack or save. Perfect. Okay, it's baned. I think what Jiang Yueshe does, they step forward and they say, all of you are the ugliest, most heinous, wretched creatures I've ever seen in my life, and believe me, I've seen some uggos in my time. And then, like, this psychic energy is gonna wash out from them and like smash into these nightmare creatures and this like ram horn thing. That's gonna be my action.
I've seen some uggos in my time is such a beautiful quote.
It really is. It's so good.
Okay.
I am going to end my turn by using a bonus action to, let's see. You know what? I just really want to say, screw this guy. Puff of smoke at the guy. Yep, 30 feet. This big uggo. 5, 10, 15. Yeah. Ah, shoot. Oh, wait, no, it's a range of 30 feet. I can do that. So it has to make a dex save. Against
So many
16.
saves.
Dang it. That's okay. That's fine. It's still restrained. That's okay. I sort of like end my tirade by blowing out this like stellar flare, like smoke, like sparkling with stars within its depth. But I guess, yeah, go ahead.
Does Bane get? Do I need to roll the?
Yes,
the D4?
you do. If you roll a 4. It manifested.
So they're blinded, right?
Yes, they're blinded and restrained. Motherfucker.
Oh my god. This is
Okay.
what
Get
an unbelievable turn.
fucked.
Wow.
That's my
Oh,
turn.
you
Support
should.
class, baby.
Y'all, we just
And-
turned level
yep.
5, and we're so happy about it.
I know.
So much for
Okay,
this
and
really
that's my
challenging
turn.
boss battle. Good gravy.
Look, let's be honest. A couple good hits will kill any one of us. It's still
You want
good.
me to? That's
Oh my
true.
gosh,
Do
I
you want me
just-
to trigger? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I forgot something that would have mitigated most of that, but it'll still happen. It'll be
Oh,
fine.
jeez. Oh,
Anyways, I'm gonna forget some of those things, so you might have to remind me.
That's fine. I'll let you know.
I put the little markers on there, but who knows?
I like how the one looks like Lemon Grab, and I just am hearing Lemon Grab scream. I can't tell what that is, but it just looks like Lemon Grab's head. It looks like a big lemon.
Beautiful. All right, it is your turn, Taza.
Alright, Baba, let's go. And Taza would like to rage. And when you think about it, though, all the spirits are already there. All of his family, his ancestors, have been with him in that dream realm, right? So, like, y'all can see what they're doing. And with my newly found 40 feet of movement, with eerie swiftness, Taza makes his way in large strides, pulling out his I can't even remember his cane, essentially, right? This staff that is a great axe, and kind of walks up and starts just like spinning it casually, right? He's confident. There is an army of spiritual creatures behind him, from stags to squirrels and hawks, and just this animal army that is following in spirit. And then there's Baba as he like sets the staff down for a second. She hops up onto his onto the staff, and he just comes in, whack, whack, with two great mighty swings. So let's see if that does anything. Got the one. Oh, they're at all advantage, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, there's balls.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. All right. Second swing. Not great. Oh, okay, we'll take
18
that.
does hit.
We'll take the 18. So that's going to be 9 slashing. And then also that should have a +2 to it because he's raged.
Okay.
I don't know. Why
I think
I
you
have
might
to
be at
click it
+3
on.
now.
I think you're right. Do I just put rage damage? I don't know. I just did that there. We could do 2. It's fine. I have no idea if it's supposed to be +2 or 3 right now.
Well, confessions, it's getting halved, so either way, it's 1.
Great, that's fine. We'll take that, though. And then that is all he can do. But I wanted to get that strike out because with Ancestral Protectors, the first the first attack that he makes, as long as it's successful, this target is now under the attack of the warriors, which will hinder any attacks. It will give disadvantage to the target on any attack roll that is no longer against me. So I have aggro, essentially.
Awesome. Okay.
So if you go to make an attack roll against anybody else, it's at disadvantage.
Okay. There are so many status effects that are stacking on this big bad. I'm gonna absolutely need help remembering all of them from you. And do you want Norg to do anything?
Oh hell yeah, Norg's coming. I for whatever reason can't click him again. I think you accidentally deleted the wrong one.
Okay,
he's just gonna fly out over here.
Okay. Why
Next
don't
to
you
me.
stick him where you want him to go?
Beep, burp, burp. Put a character out. There we go. Right on top of me. No. Oh, it won't let me move him again. I think you have control of him.
What?
Yeah, it won't let me.
I must not have given. Hold on.
Just put him next to me wherever.
Is...
He's a melee draggy.
Okay.
Which is all good. And yeah, Norg has slithered his way again. This is this very thin, lithe, shiny mithril dragon who kind of like sneaks up behind Taza and comes in with his multi-attack. Claw and bite.
As that happens,
yes.
This is what I keep forgetting. I would say probably Puck and Yue are the ones who would notice this. One of these nightmares kind of goes ethereal and shifts and appears directly next to Norg. And Norg's attacks go towards it instead of the target.
Okay, no sweat, no sweat.
I would like you to know that ability is called For the Master.
That's cool. Ooh,
Right?
There's a 24 for the bite.
That hits.
Oh, an 8 for the claw. I need the claw to hit. The claw gives me that bleed. But we'll so the 24 hits. So that is a 10 piercing damage.
Okay, this dream like kind of screams out, and it goes almost amoeba like for a second, and then reforms into this creature. And Donic, it is your turn. This nightmare creature, who calls himself Nightmare, is screaming and kind of trying to get this smoke out of their eyes, and fighting against this gravity, and really having a bad time.
You don't get to hurt my kid. And like Donic with one hand is actually going to grab this creature, and with my bonus action I'm going to cast a spell, Insightful Maneuver. One creature I touch is the target, and with a flash of insight I know how to take advantage of my foes' vulnerabilities. Until I'm going to put that in the chat. Until the end of my turn, the target has vulnerability to fire damage.
So as you do that, another one of these nightmare shifts and steps in front of its master, and it is targeted at the nightmare that is now closest to you. I should have named them something different. There's too many different nightmares in this.
This is Nightmare Goon 1. This is Nightmare Goon 2.
Nightmare Goon 2 has to make a dex save against DC 13 because it's entering the gravitic breath for the first time in a turn.
Oh, does Taza have to?
I forgot to mention this. Yes, he does. He does as well. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. What do I have to make?
DC 13 dex save. You got this.
Dex save.
Okay, so this is a 12, so they fail.
Perfect. They're restrained. Oh no!
As is Taza.
That's
So
okay.
it's vulnerable.
Just a meat shield.
It's vulnerable to fire now. Quick question: Does it have any other vulnerabilities? Because I know that
It does not.
it does not. All right. So here, does this last until the end of my turn? Am I forced to attack it, or can I switch back to?
You can switch back. It's for that. It's for that action.
The nightmare moves into my hand. I look at it and I say, useless. I push it aside and I slash out with my sword.
Okay.
That
will be an advantage.
It was going to be an advantage anyway because me and my dragon are in tune right now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But extra advantage is always nice. It doesn't do anything, but it's fun. Short sword attack. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Great. That's 10 piercing plus the fire damage still happens whether he's vulnerable or not. 6
nice.
fire damage.
Okay.
Second hit.
Oh, not 20.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Okay.
That will hit.
That's another 10 piercing and 4 fire damage this time around. So that's 20 piercing damage plus 10 fire damage.
Okay.
And
you
now,
can use Bardic Inspiration if you want, just to add extra damage on.
I think I used my Bardic Inspiration last time around, is the thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good to know. No worries.
But Khan still has his.
Okay. Give me just half a second, because you can see there's a very cute human in the background.
Very cute.
Quickly, everybody eat the nightmares.
You get. People
I know
get
some
hungry.
NPCs are a snack, but this is ridiculous.
All right. Khan's turn.
19 to hit.
That will hit.
And I'm going to use the Bardic Inspiration for that. So that's a D6.
Okay.
It's a 21 to hit, but that doesn't really matter. And the attack is 1d10 plus 3 piercing damage. So let's roll a d10 and see what happens. 7 piercing damage plus with Bardic Inspiration, he gets extra damage, right?
Yes, if you want to roll that, yep, that's a 3 thunder damage if that d6 was Bardic Inspiration.
Excellent. Yeah,
So,
it was.
You said seven piercing.
Piercing. 7 piercing, 3 thunder.
Okay. A lot of your attacks aren't doing as much as you would be used to, but it's the consistency. You're attack after attack after attack is hitting this being, and they're starting to scream out in anger. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. That's it for my turn.
Actually, I might have something for you before
Oh,
you go.
yay! I love that.
I am going to have you, Donick, make a wisdom save.
Okay, I could do that. I'm not proficient in these. That wasn't with advantage, but it's also
A
still
19. Dang. Okay. All right. You feel something like eat into your mind for a second. You start to feel a sense of terror that comes at the beginning of a nightmare, but you're able to push it back. And the hag lets out another scream in anger. And now, Puck, it is your turn, I believe.
Okay. So I assume since there are multiple people between me and the shadowy figure, I assume that's the hag. I probably can't shoot it with the radiant sunbolt.
I give you. There's so many people surrounding it. I would probably give you disadvantage, but you could attempt it.
What if I fly up? I have
I'm good
3D
with that.
space I can work with.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm absolutely good with that. I'm
Okay,
absolutely use that.
Puck will flitter up. Oh, actually, let's see. Let's see if Trix gets their breath back. That's a D6. Nope. No breath. So Trix will actually go, and I can't click it. But essentially, Trix is just gonna go hover closer to the Liali. Because they can't really do very much effectively here. And Puck is going to fly up just enough so that they can get a good eye on the summoner. And going to use my 2 attacks to Radiant Sunbolt.
Okay, roll those attacks.
13. I'm going to use one of my guidances.
Remind me, do ranged attacks get advantage against restrained creatures? I don't remember.
I thought it was all attacks.
Double check. Restrained. Attack rolls. Yep. So you have advantage.
Okay, I'll roll that one more time. Dirty 20?
A 20 does hit.
Awesome. So that first attack again is back to that golden light. It's 5 radiant damage. I'm gonna toggle advantage on, and then the second attack is 25 to hit.
That does hit.
With 4 radiant damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend another key point to bonus action, take a flurry of blows, and do 2 more Radiant Sunbolt attacks.
Okay. Attack away. A 12 does not hit.
I'm going to use... even if I use a guidance, that still won't work. Okay, I'm going to save my guidance there. And then, so that third attack just hits the ground right behind it. And then another 12. So those last 2 attacks are just missing. Puck looks a little frustrated, but flitters back down to hover over the body of Liali to try to provide a better target for someone to try to hit rather than the god themselves.
Okay. So on this creature's turn, no, get the body. I don't care about these fools. And the smoke that's around their eyes starts to swirl around this being, and they disappear from your sight for a moment, and reappear directly by the body.
Oh, yikes.
So I have a couple questions for you, Connie.
Yes.
The gravity breath.
Yes.
Is it only in effect while they're in that scope?
Correct. They're no longer restrained,
They're
but
no
they are
longer
still
restrained.
blinded.
Okay. That was going to be my next question was, does the smoke go away?
Until the start of my next turn, so not yet.
Okay. So they are blinded.
Does anybody get a reaction from their movement?
It is not
Okay.
standard movement.
Cool. I just wanted to know. Excellent.
Okay. And where did their character sheet go? There it is. And it reaches down and touches Liali. And you watch. Just see if that ends up being a nat 20. It doesn't. You watch as this essence, Liali starts to flicker almost, like this memory version of them is being distorted and changing as this creature reaches down and touches. There is one of these nightmares that they summoned right next to you, Taza, and they are going to take 2 attacks with advantage as you are restrained.
Yep.
So nat 20 and a 23.
Yep, those both hit.
Okay. Nat 20 does 6 bludgeoning and 9 psychic.
Okay, reduce the bludgeoning.
Okay, so 3 bludgeoning and 9 psychic.
Yeah. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
And then the second one is 5 bludgeoning and 1 psychic. So that'll be 2 bludgeoning and 1 psychic. As its form, again, its limbs sort of shift into a weapon as it swings down on you twice, just kind of clubbing down, beating on you. This one that is restrained, does it get a save in the gravity well after its turn? Connie?
Sorry, I didn't realize you were asking me. Let me just double check. I think at the end of its turn.
At the end of its turn. Okay.
Yes.
So it's going
it
to
repeats the save.
it's going to attempt to hit Donic, I mean. Though it will be at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
First swing is an 8. Second swing is a 15. To hit Donic. Does a 15 hit Donic?
My brain stopped working for a second. It just hit. It's the same as my armor class, so yes, I think it does.
Okay. That is 6 bludgeoning and 4 psychic. And again, as all of these, every time one of these attacks hits you, there's this sense of fear that eats into your mind. And then this one is going to walk over 10, 20, right next to its master. And it is going to fire another bolt at this little flitting fairy that is just throwing out radiant bolts all over the place. For a 21.
That'll hit, but let's see if I can reduce that damage.
Which is 7 piercing and 2 psychic.
Think so.
Come on, you can do it. I believe.
7 plus 8 is 15.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
I reduce it, and then I'm going to spend a key point, and I'm actually going to throw the bolt at the creature who summoned it.
Okay.
So
You'll have advantage on that because it's blinded.
Oh yeah. Advantage, and then it is. Where is it? As soon as the dart. 24 to hit that creature.
That hits.
Okay, so it's going to be a D8.
A D8 and a D6.
Okay. So that'll be 3 plus 3. So that's 6 bludgeoning or piercing and 6 psychic. So yeah, again, Puck just catches the arrow just before it hits and says, "Not today," and throws it at the other creature.
Okay, and as that arrow hits it, you see its hand pull out, and Liali stabilizes, it seems, for a moment at least. Let's see. I need to make a con save. It's a con save, correct, for the gravity breath?
Correct. Actually, I think it's a deck save. Let me just
deck
check.
save.
Yeah, my bad.
Well, I'll use the roll. It's a 3, so either way, it's still restrained.
Yep.
And Yue, it is your turn.
Here we go. Okay, so first things first, Sing is going to stop breathing this gravity breath. I'm just going to roll a d6 to see if I recharge. I can't use it in a roll, but I'll just double check. If it does not recharge, that's fine. So Sing is going to fly, let's see, 5, diagonally, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, I don't want to hit our friend, so 35. Here we go. And is going to use Stellar Flare Breath in a 15-foot cone, trying to just, get the edge of it to, bash this guy. Or maybe here, like this, to bash these two suckers, on the edge of it.
Okay.
So that's going to be a DC 13 dex save for both of them. And
Dex
this guy
save.
has to subtract a d4 from it because of Bane.
Okay, thank you. A natural 1, I'm not even going to roll the Bane. Because I think the nat 1's not going to do it. The other one's a 16.
Yes. That's fine. It takes half damage. So it's going to take, let's see. This is fire. 8 fire damage. And because of Donic, it does not have resistance to fire anymore, right?
It was just...
It was till the end of my turn.
Yeah,
That's
and it was
okay,
and
no
it was a
worries.
different one.
Okay, so that's 4 fire damage and 7 radiant damage. Got 2 nat 1s on my d6s. That's going to be Sing's turn. And next up, Yue is gonna turn to look at this Uggo, and let's see.
Does it have damage on a successful save?
Have the damage,
Have,
yes, correct.
okay.
Yeah. Yes. So 4 and I would say 3
Just a
for
second,
this guy.
kiddos. Okay, hang on just a second.
The kiddos are so cute.
They're adorable. Oh, the Fae babies. Oh, tiny.
The babies.
They're so sweet. Yo, you fucking you in fucking Puck, like the wombo combo that you two are just making is devastating.
We're an unstoppable force on the stage and off.
Seriously, holy cannoli.
Winter break. Sorry. Continue with your turn, please.
You're good. Now it's Sing. Top of my turn, you lose blindness. You're not blinded anymore on the big guy, but I'm gonna puff of smoke you again.
Okay.
And you have to subtract a d4 from
A
that.
D4.
Dex save against 16.
A deck save.
And you have disadvantage
Yes.
because my dragon's engaged with you. Subtract d4, take that disadvantage. Mofo!
So that is a straight save.
Yes.
Doesn't matter again.
Okay, that's all my uses of Spell Symbiote for this day, unfortunately.
Okay.
But that's okay. So that is going to be, you're blinded now, which means, again, so you can put the condition back on them.
Yep.
That's a bonus action, so I'm going to Chromatic Orb this sucker and use my, let's see, what's it called? Breath of the Dragon to change my damage dice to cold, which will grant me 1 extra damage dice. as well if I do that. So what that means is I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb at 2nd level.
Okay. With advantage because they're blind.
Yes. Okay, how do I do that at second? Well, you know what? I'll just do it. With advantage, that is going to be, I'll just roll 2d20, I guess. No, they're going to stack it. So I'll roll a d20. That's a nat 1. Okay, that's a good thing I have advantage.
Oh, no.
I'm going to use a luck point.
Okay.
What?
Oh, no.
Can I use a 2nd luck point?
Oh my gosh. I don't think you can do that in one turn.
Then I will Wild Magic Surge and get another advantage on it.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Jesus. Okay, that plus
15
8.
plus 8 will hit. I will
Okay.
need you to roll a d100.
Yeah, before I
shoot.
roll damage, let's see. 77.
don't
Let me
have that
open up my
open.
faith phone. I have it open, no worries.
Okay. Awesome.
77. Let me just scroll up here. Let me roll damage first as that thing's loading. For my Chromatic Orb. If you don't mind.
Nope. Not at all.
That is going to be increases by 1d8 for each slot
Yeah, so-
level. So that is going to be 48, 5d8 cold damage. 21
Nice.
cold damage. And 77 is going to be roll on this table twice and apply both results.
That's horrifying.
That's so
hilarious.
That's so
33.
fitting.
Very fitting. Oh my god. Okay, 33 is if you're a spellcaster, you can immediately cast one spell of your choice without spending a spell slot or using an action.
What's the biggest one you have? Blow it up.
It's gonna be chromatic. It's gonna be chromatic orb.
Shit.
Or yeah, it's gonna be chromatic orb or suggestion. But I feel like it has saves. Has advantage on their saves. So it's gonna be another chromatic orb. 8. No, plus 8 is a 16.
Have you used your guidance?
Not yet. So that's what, a D4?
Mm-hmm. The AC is
That's
17.
Oh my god, I just hit. I just hit. So that's gonna be another. Oh my god. Okay, another. Can I use the spell thing again?
Yeah.
To like bump it up? Okay, that's gonna be a 4d8 because I'm casting it at 1st level, I think. Or can I cast it at 2nd level?
I think it says any. I think it says any
said
spell slot.
Any spell
so-
slot without.
So
yeah.
you're right. That's another 26 points of cold damage, my good friend.
How do you want to do this?
Icy spicy.
Oh my god, this is so baller. Okay. Yes. Yeah, just sort of like floats up into the air, like sparking with cold energy, like eyes just like turning like blue Arctic frost, right? And you see sort of like these like crystals of frost sort of like ricochet up their like arms, sort of forming gauntlets, sort of like rhyming over their scales. And they're just gonna say like, "Get your dirty hands off my friends!" And poof, like shoot out these like 2 like spikes of ice that just like whirl out of their hands and pierce through this person's, I think, shoulders on either side, like an X. And if there's like I know there's only a tree off to like the left, but I would love to like pin their body against the trunk of like a fey tree and like restrain them there through the ice
Absolutely.
spikes.
This realm is always shifting. And so I do need you to roll one more D100.
One, yeah, you're right. Oh my god. Okay, 75.
I hope
is
it's.
that?
I know that. Oh no, well, it'll be right below the last one. But
Your body begins to hum with stored magical energy. The next time you make an ability check, you instead make a charisma check with advantage to channel the stored magic into whatever it was you were trying to accomplish.
okay, so
I'm getting good ones.
Jue just like became the avatar, and
Totally.
that was incredible. So as this dream plane is shifting and swirling around just beyond the edges of where you are, a tree sort of shifts as your bolts of ice slam into this creature, pushing it back. It lets out this scream and slams into this moving tree, and just this intense scream of pain in the background. And you watch as their body starts to like sort of disintegrate into this river. As the tree fades, you watch as it also seems to be whatever these nightmares were around also starts to fade and disintegrate. And there's calm again. and you all have stopped whatever this nightmare was. Your god that is here, or at least this fraction of them, is thanks for the drink, y'all. Is still resting. Whatever this creature seemed to do, there's a small like scar almost, but it seems to be fading quickly, almost as though it's fading with these nightmares. And you four and your dragons are alone here on this small island in this plane of memories, surrounded by a god who's resting. What are you doing? And actually, you know what? I'm going to say this is a really great time to take a short little break. So chat, thank you so much for being here and hanging out. We will be back in the next 5 to 10 minutes while we move around and get off our butts and do all that good self-care stuff. So I encourage you to do the same. While you're here, if you want to tell people where you are and the fun that you're having as you're watching all this chaos fey magic happen, we'd really appreciate it if you share our tweet. And then also, if you want to support this cast in particular, I've actually moved away from Streamlabs, so I apparently need to update Nightbot. But there's a Ko-fi link, Ko-fi, whatever, in the chat right now. That is a great way to say thank you to these wonderful performers. And we will be back in 5 or so minutes.
One?
What delicious found familiar coffee. This is so good. I bet if you use the code FAYFORGE at checkout, you could get 10% off your found familiar order, and support this channel. Anyways, we're back. I'm a professional streamer and podcaster, if you can't tell. Everyone in the chat, thanks for being here. Where we left off, Jue just did one of the most epic boss kills that I've ever been a part of in D&D. It was amazing, and still hums with a glow of charisma and fey magic. I kind of picture some of the dreams like almost swirling into you, causing some of this.
I think maybe where this is coming from is like all the nightmares floating by. This entire time, Yuri has just seen Shia die over and over and over again, and like the mists like coming out, like seeing like their lover discorporate like into just strands of void nothing, and like this has just been like building in them. So when they open their eyes for the final time, that's why they like glow with this like radiant magic. And now they're sort of like settling down a little, but their skin's still humming with this like ambient fey arcane energy as they like settle down, and then as they touch down, they turn to like, because Puck is right there, right, like right next to them. They turn and like look up at you because I think you're still like floating in the air, like with those like radiant bolts. Puck, are you okay?
That was so cool. And Puck will fly down to Liali's face area and start like patting around and trying to rouse Liali.
Excuse me. Hello, are you okay? Are you alive? Oh, please be alive.
It takes a little while, longer than you're comfortable with, but in reality, probably only 5 or 10 seconds. But those 5 or 10 seconds that feel like 20 minutes. Their eyes open. They take a deep breath. I had a dream that I was remembering where to go, and then there was something terrible. The door was on fire. It was almost as though I was in pain, and they reach and touch right where the hand of this being grabbed them. And looks around at you. A couple of you are a little bit, I guess actually Khan is really battered and bruised. Looks around at all of you and says, what happened?
Well, we fought your nightmare essentially. It tried to kill you, but we defended you, and hopefully now you can find the door.
I think I can.
Oh well, that's good. Here, let's get you up then.
They rise. I have to thank you. Hopefully this will reconnect me with me, I guess. Oh, this is weird, but this is one thing I remembered is all of this. Looks around. This is all part of me. And instead of taking you somewhere, they start to reshape where the river is flowing, taking this island, and it takes you to a door that looks very similar, almost identical to the one that Jue made in this the fight that you had earlier. I'm not actually going through. I just need it unlocked. Because if this door is open, I will be able to connect with myself that way. But you four, walk through the door. And there's one more thing I need you to do. I am not allowed to open the door that's between the feywilds and the material plane. That is one of the stipulations of my creation. But I'm also the key to unlocking the door. They close their eyes. You feel this pulsing power from this plane, from these memories, forming all around you. And from her heart, he takes this beautiful, glowing sort of orb that doesn't really have any solid form to it, except that the energy itself feels solid. And just holds it out. Says, will you take this? If you use this, you'll unlock the door. You will begin reconnecting the planes. You will take away the mists. And you might save not just our realm, but others as well.
Reconnecting the planes? But that hasn't happened since the Ascension. Is that correct? You can totally... I'm just remembering more, but I could be wrong.
No, that's absolutely right. Because I was actually created for a time when we did need to reconnect. Because
But the Ascension was pure chaos. The Abyss, the Nine Hells, all of these planes just smashed together, and there was aberrant magic everywhere. It tore us apart.
in a sense it did. But what it did to some of the other places was it took our magic. The magic that you experience. The beauty of the feywilds, the creation, the whimsy, the wonder that we have here in our realm. I guess they look around. I guess not in the dreams, but in more physical reality. It took that away. It also took away the celestial magic. It wasn't just the bad things that got removed. But what's happening? I was told I would awaken. My memories as I was dreaming. Suli told me there would be a time when the Abyss and the Nine Hells and other places of destruction would make their way back, whether we were there or not. So, my job is to give the world a second chance. To push that back.
Are you saying there's a war coming?
I'm saying the war never ended.
And y'all see like you guys' eyes sort of like fix on this like pulsating orb of like pure magical power, and like the fingers twitch a little. Like this is everything they've always wanted, like this power conglomerated, right? But they like curl their fingers into like a fist, right? Like their scales sort of glinting in the low light. And they turn to face the rest of their friends and their party. What are we thinking? Should we open the door? Let the magic out?
Well, if the god of second chances is here to give the world a second chance with magic, I feel like maybe we should do that.
We
'Cause-
live. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, you can't have bad without the good, and you can't have good without the bad. It's just a matter of making sure they're in the same kind of places so they can oppose themselves with some sort of balance. Right?
I am inclined to agree. It's. There is so much beauty in our world. Open the door.
See, even the young folks get it.
Thinks I'm young.
Oh, honey, I passed your age a lifetime ago. How old are you now?
I can't remember.
Okay, well, you're still young. It's fine.
I mean, the definition of young changes from group to group, It's not a solid thing you can just grasp. But the mists are. My people of legends, and we've stood at the edges of the mists for as long as we can remember. We don't know of a time where they were not there. So that's left to myth. I don't know if we should open the door, keep the door closed. That's not who I am. I just know that we're not going to be prepared. And we have to understand that if we're going to take that risk.
We weren't prepared going into the mists, and I doubt we'll be prepared coming out of them. Liali. And Rhea turns back to this, like, bandaged, wrapped up shard of a god. Let's do it. Let's open that door.
Okay. There's no going back. Find it. It's in the heart of where the mist emanates from. Hands you the orb, Jue.
I cradle it like a bird's egg.
And then opens the door for you out of this dream realm. And gestures for you to walk through. Before you do, Yue, Void shifts back into Shaya briefly. Says, I'm always with you. We are always with you.
There was never any home to go back to after I lost you, so I might as well look toward the future, I love you.
I love you too.
Rhea takes a deep breath, and for the first time in their life, truly turns their back onto the past and walks through the door.
And Shaya actually follows, and as Shaya steps through, starts to shift back into Sing. Yue, as you step through the door, if the other three of you are following, this light kind of appears. It's almost like you're swept into this river. As you look around, it almost looks like you're in roots, though, following along these strange patterns, until you appear kind of back in your bodies, laying on the ground, all of you, in this room that you were in. Though this time, whatever was there pushing you is gone. But the roots that were broken and shattered and decaying have sort of regrown and started to reconnect with one another. It's no longer grayscaled. What are you doing?
Is the ball of light anywhere?
In Yue's hand.
Oh, well,
Puck will flitter up and start flying around again, and says,
oh, you ain't. What are we gonna do with this?
Okay, this is kind of a crazy idea, but let's see if it works. And Rio's gonna try to store the ball of light inside their soul.
Sure. Yes. That absolutely works.
Yay!
because why not? Yeah, you feel this this light, these memories. I actually, as you're doing that, I would like you to make a just a spell casting check.
Okay. Does my D100 Wild Magic count so I get advantage on this?
Sure. Yeah. That's
Okay.
very
like
fitting.
Like a spell attack check?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You know what? I'll just do that twice. 18.
18. Okay. Yeah, so as you absorb, you almost feel another person, or another person's not the right way to describe it. Another life exists in your mind briefly. You are flooded with memories, to the point where you even can't straighten them out. Not initially, at least. You hear Liali's voice in the back of your mind say, "You are now the key."
Woo! I think like Greg gets like a look on their face when you put like a slab of like American cheese on a cat's forehead, and they sort of go like sort of like back. They like back up a little, you know. Ooh. Maybe they like bump into Taza and like catch themselves like on his fur.
Your mind flashes as you bump Taza. And you see once again this door that has been described to you, floating above some sort of pedestal, a waterfall entirely around it. Mist
Can I catch a
emanating.
glimpse of where it is?
What were you going to say, Donick?
The moment at the center of the mist, right? That was what we were told. Cornerstone of the Mist. The moment Donick went through this door, he flew up and up and up. And I'm going to cast... this is the reason why I kind of want to use the spell. I want to cast Guiding Star. So by observing the stars or the position of the sun, whatever is beyond up in the sky, I can determine the cardinal directions and the direction and distance to a stated destination. I can't become directionally disoriented or lose track of the destination for the next 8 hours. It doesn't reveal the best route, but it does reveal roughly how to get there.
Okay. So as you fly up, this is coinciding. This is happening simultaneously. I'm going to say the magic of the Fae. Like, it's almost like as you fly up, you feel connected to Yue. There's something about this guiding star and all of this magic that has flown between all of you momentarily, and you're back in the sky where you and your clan are most comfortable. You're still below the mist that you have been in, and the star guides you to your right on a map is east, to your east, kind of southeast. And both of you in your mind get this picture of, you're not sure if it's a palace or a city or something that seems to be made out of entirely of crystal. That's in the center, this almost like a geyser of fog is pouring out of it. The crystals are very geometric and symmetric all the way around. Beautiful pinks and greens and purples flow within it, almost like it's quartz with those colors kind of flowing through, or light refracting through. And you have a direction towards that. And you see this place, and in the center, as you kind of step out from this, this initial vision of the door and the waterfall, you see these crystals forming a sort of a circle around it, almost as though it looks as though it's protected. And then you snap back.
A throne of crystal. Oh, hi, Taza.
Are you okay?
Yes, I saw where the door is. Where's Donick?
He went up. I can't
Donick.
see that far.
Donick, I saw the door.
I think we're connected enough that I hear Yue, but I don't know how to respond back. So I think it's actually Khan who says, "Oh, he knows. He'll guide from above." Because I relay that message to Khan.
Oh, okay. Good. All right. Huck, Taza, just so you know what we're looking for. And Rhea uses minor illusion to do like a mini like model of what they just saw in their brain, and just I think like the mists sort of solidify to form like a miniature version of like the crystals and the refracted light.
That's so cool looking.
That looks expensive.
I know.
That is the most Taza thing Taza's ever said.
I don't know if you want me going there, to be honest.
I've gotten rather old.
A
I could break it.
bugbear in a fragile shop.
It's okay, Taza.
Taza.
I think you'll be okay. You're very gentle when you want to be.
That's very beautiful, baby. I'm almost done. That's very sparkly.
When are we when is somebody coming over?
Fey beings show up sometimes in the feywilds. 15 minutes. Okay.
Sweet, my heart.
What? Pop's coming over in a few hours. Okay.
What about me?
Yes, Nan also. In case you're wondering, the sparkly is on her hands. Is she put shiny fingernail polish all over the back of her hand,
I mean,
Like
why
Yeah,
not?
it's sparkly.
like you do.
Yeah, the glitter.
I just totally lost where we were and everything that just happened.
So what's happening is Taza's a bugbear in a crystal
yes,
palace. Donick is in the sky looking like the guiding star that I supposedly cast.
Mhm.
Puck is telling Taza everything's going to be fine. There's a minor illusion happening
That's
in
right.
Yue's hands, showing off where we need to go.
Okay.
And that's
So-
where we're at.
You see the light from Donick. You all were actually underground, and Donick, you had to fly sort of in between sort of some cracks and crevices to get even to the surface. And you all see, at the moment that you would feel this too, kind of in your connection. You would see the light shift, as the light from Donick's guiding star pulses through the ground, essentially like it's almost like there's spotlights, like sort of like the god rays, where you can actually see light coming through the cracks of the surface of this room that you have been in. And what are the four of you doing?
Apparently unlocking ambient occlusion.
I don't even know what those words mean together.
I don't know what that means.
Video game lighting, that's what's happening.
Oh, yep, absolutely.
All right. Next leg of our adventure, I suppose.
Yeah, let's go. I want to see this crystal palace. It sounds really cool.
I wonder if we can get some costume design ideas from this place.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? I actually think my next costume for you is going to be this like ice scale thing. We're going to recreate what you just did. It will be gorgeous.
You know what? If no one else is going to sing my praises, I suppose I'll have to. Sing? And I like gesture for my dragon to come over and I like pat them like on like their void neck, like stroke
Mhm.
them gently, and I say, "I love you, Sing, not just for what you represent, but for who you are."
Thank you. I love you too.
I
I
know.
think we're gonna be together a long time.
I hope so. I also put someone else's soul inside my soul, I think, so that feels weird. Like I swallowed a big dumpling that's not going down all the way.
It is a little bit. It's a little. It's interesting.
I figure it's the safest place to keep something, not like my pouch or a bag. That can be stolen. But my soul, you'll have to rip my soul out of my body if you want this thing.
I mean, but that could be stolen too.
Don't even knock on. And I like knock on one of the branches.
Okay. So are you all going up to meet Donick?
Hell yeah.
Con flies up to you, Donick. I'm almost done. Give me just like 10 more minutes. I know you're so cute. You're so cute. No, go. You're very cute. I love you. Go shut the door. Is anyone hurt? Is anyone bleeding? Is everyone safe? Okay, it can wait 10 minutes. Go.
I feel this in my
Go.
soul.
Yeah, they just want attention now.
Close
Yeah.
the door.
Yeah. So freaking cute.
I don't know what you're saying.
Speaking of children,
Youth. So Con flies up to you and says, "This is really cool. Do you think you could teach me how to do that someday?"
Con, it's probably time that we talk about your legacy. So I'm going
What
to
do
teach you everything.
What do you mean legacy?
You're not like me, you know, a gigantic, massive bird. But you are of me. So I'm going to teach you everything that my people do.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool.
You should wait until we paint on the side of a mountain. It's going to be pretty awesome.
I'm into that. That sounds really awesome. Trix is like darting up to where Donick and Con are now and back to you, like just as fast as they can go. Come on, Palace of Crystal, this is gonna be awesome. There's so much we can learn. I want to go now. I want to go now. Let's go. Why are you going so slow? Hurry up, come on.
Look, we have to let them keep up with us. They can't fly like we can.
They have dragons too. Sing. Nord, come on, hurry up, let's go. Sing lowers their wing to you. Jue says, "Well, shall we continue on this adventure? More stories to tell?"
If you're with me, there will always be interesting stories to tell, Sing. But yes, this particular story, will be particularly very interesting to tell. Let's go. Crystal Kingdom, here we come.
Big flap and flies up. Norg leans down to you, Taza. Sighs. I guess we should probably go keep those kids safe, huh?
Someone has to be their voice of reason. And it's not me. So let's go, Norg! Just like climbs up, pats Norg on the head, gives him a little kiss.
Norg's big mithril head just kind of shakes back and forth. Lets out another big sigh. And you all take up and you meet up with Con. Con, the nice thing about, Donick, the nice thing about using a spell like Guiding Star, while it might not give you the best route, when you're in the sky, the shortest distance is between 2 points is a straight line. So, why don't you describe how that, like, how you envision the spell working and guiding you?
Well, usually what happens is it's kind of like charting your distance by the North Star. One star shines brighter than all the others, and it will stay in place until you reach your destination. When covered by the lens of the mists, though, things are a little bit difficult. I think for most people, they don't really see a star the way that Donick does. Donick sees like sort of a hallucinatory star through the mists, a sort of godlike ray descending down.
Mm.
I think for everyone else, the kind of like white flecks upon Donick's belly, because he had the inside of his body is like an aurora. I think a guiding star chooses itself on his plumage,
That is
so it could
beautiful.
guide people beneath him. Yeah.
That is very beautiful. So as you all take off, flying towards um, deeper into the mist, you can't make out exactly where you're going, though it does seem to be some sort of mountain range ahead of you. Um, you actually end up flying back past that upside down lake, seeing the bottom of floating water, um, some creatures swimming around in it. You fly past that. As you continue going, there's very different forests, small little towns. It seems like this whole slice of the Feywild, the deeper you get in, was literally just cut off at some point by this mist. As you approach, it takes, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. You've been flying for a while. Your dragons are starting to get tired, or those of you who are flying yourselves are starting to get tired. You see peeking over the horizon, the little light that is coming through the mist kind of catches your eye, and you see this beautifully formed, it does appear to be a castle as you approach it, all made out of crystal, very formed and intentional. And then from it, there are creatures flying towards you, reflecting that same light. And we're going to have to find out what happens next week on Into the Mysts. All right, y'all. Boss battle, extra souls, all sorts of good stuff today. Why don't you all tell these wonderful people in chat who you are, where they can find you, what you're all doing. And we're going to start this time with Connie.
Hey everyone, I'm Connie, pronouns they, he, and she. I played Jiang Yue, who is everyone's favorite bard sorcerer who took out that big bad. Yes, in a very sexy way. When I'm not here being a dragon rider, I am the GM and producer for Transplanar RPG, which is an all transgender, people of color led, 100% homebrew D&D 5th edition live streamed actual play campaign set in the original non-colonial anti-orientalist world of Andake. We are adding 4 brand new cast members to our main cast starting in January 2022, and our brand new arc or season of our show is also starting next year. So now is the perfect time to jump into Transplanar, streaming Saturdays at 3 p.m. US Central Time on Twitch. Follow us on Twitter, on TikTok, pretty much every platform at Transplanar RPG. You can follow me personally on every platform, including TikTok and Twitter, at by Connie Chung. That's BYCONNIECHANG. And with that, I will pass along introductions to, let's go to Northern Ali.
Hello, my name is Nordine Likdir, but most people know me as Werewolf Fields. You can find me at Werewolf Fields in pretty much every platform except for TikTok. I technically have an account there. There's nothing on it. You can follow me if you'd like, but there's not going to be anything on it, at least not for quite some time. I stream myself on my own channel here on Twitch. I also show up in several other actual plays, sensitivity consult, and write for tabletop RPGs. Speaking of which, coming in the new year, there's a couple surprises in store. First is The Atomless, an all-new podcast taking place with Starfinder in a new world. You can find that on the Welcome In, starting January 5th, every other Wednesday, or you can find the edited podcast version the week after. So that starts January 12th, every other Wednesday as well, which we're super excited for. I'm guesting on a pretty cool podcast coming in the new year as well, but that's a bit of a surprise. You're going to have to follow me on Twitter to find out more about that. And I'll be here for at least, I think, one Thursday in January, playing Into the Mysts. Who knows what the future holds? But I, for one, look forward to it. On that note, I shall pass things along to Gnome.
Hello, my name is Gnome. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and I'm on TikTok. I make like mediocre content. It's basically just
No,
snails and then kitten, and that's it. That's all I do. But I do TTRPG things in TTRPG spaces. The schedule is a little light right now because it's the end of the year. However, coming next year, y'all, you're gonna see me making a little shift from all streaming to a lot of podcasting. Got some podcasts coming out that are being produced by Nomadic Media. We've got some sponsors. We're doing some stuff. We had our session -1 last night with a pretty radically awesome cast. And I can't wait. It's going to be super dope. Details coming in the new year. But yeah, if you do want to know what I'm up to and you like what I do, hit me up on Twitter. That's the main place to find me. And let's go over to Eris.
Hello, I'm Eris Savad. Pronouns are she and her. I make things. The things that I make, you can find at erissavad.com. I make jewelry like the necklace you see behind me, as well as TTRPG supplies. Have you ever been able to throw a dice tray that you have in the washing machine? If you have one of mine, you can. Make sure you wash your TTRPG accessories too, because we get food on them, we get drinks on them sometimes, and you should clean it like you clean everything else in your house. Anyways, you can also find me on TikTok, where Rufus, my kitten, is the star of the show, at Eris Savad. You can find me on Twitter at StitchByEris, and yeah, I don't really have that much going on except for tonight. You can find me and Gnome on Void on the Unmade Gaming's channel, where we are playing a Coriolis game.
Ooh.
We are also in the middle of some shit. We're both playing very different characters too, so yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, what about you, Steven?
All right, and I'm Steven. I am the creator and producer of all things Faeforge. So yeah, our primary campaign, which this is actually affecting. I know I saw a few people in chat get very excited by some of the things that happened today. Is a podcast that comes out every Friday. We have released content every Friday except for one for the last 2 years. So there's a lot of stuff for you. We also have run 2 other mini campaigns. Eris was actually a part of one of them. That also, similar to this one, affect the world of Avastria that we're in. So you can find those on YouTube. If you just showed up for the first time here and you want to see the other stuff, they're on YouTube. I don't remember how long VODs last on Twitch. Some of them will be up there too. But yeah, we're in the process of getting everything up on Twitch as well. And yeah. Oh, we have a new stream that will be starting at the end of January or the beginning of February, depending on scheduling. And it's going to be the first game run on the Faeforge channel that I'm not running. And it will be the first game that I have played in a campaign in 5 years. Yeah. So I'm very excited about that. And we're playing characters who lost their powers and are earning them back, reclaiming themselves, essentially. So it's going to be very, very fun. And I think with that, thanks for being here. I'm going to find someone to raid, but we're probably going to go away while I do that. There's wonderful people online, I'm sure, because I know things. Oh, Tanya's on. We're gonna go raid Tanya. Give Tanya lots and lots of love. If you don't know who Tanya is, she is a force in the TTRPG and video game scene. Single-handedly isn't the right way to say it, but she is bringing really, really important change to those spheres around inclusion and diversity and making spaces truly safe, especially for women, LGBTQ folks, and Black folks. And it's really important, the work she's doing. So support her, give a lot of love. If you have subs or anything like that, throw them her way, and all that. So we're gonna raid them. We're gonna say bye. We love you all, and we should see you next week.